The next month, Houston sang a tribute to her cousin, the legendary singer Dionne Warwick, at music mogul Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy party bash in Beverly Hills. Whitney received mixed reviews for this performance. That May, the singing star acknowledged she had suffered a drug relapse and undertook substance abuse treatment at a rehabilitation center on an outpatient basis. A few months thereafter, in September 2011, the once again buoyant star reignited her long-dormant film career. She executive produced and starred in Sparkle, a long-planned remake of a 1976 movie musical that had featured Irene Cara, Lonette McKee, and Philip Michael Thomas. Her co-stars in the new Sony Pictures film included Jordan Sparks, as Houston's on-screen daughter, and Mike Epps. Houston's version of the gospel classic, Eyes on the Sparrow, would be featured within the movie, while the new R. Kelly song, Celebrate, in which Houston duetted with Sparks, was set to be heard over the film's end credits. The picture was scheduled to be released in August 2012. There were also rumors that Houston would next star in the feature film Getting Happy, a sequel to the 1995 movie Waiting to Exhale, based on the follow-up book by Terry McMillan. Angela Bassett, Loretta Devine, and Leela Rochon, the other co-leads from Waiting to Exhale, planned to reprise their roles along with Whitney, and Forrest Whitaker was to return as director of the new screen vehicle. In early 2012, Whitney agreed to attend Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy Awards bash to be held at the Beverly Hilton Hotel on Saturday, February 11, a night before the 54th Annual Grammy Awards. That Thursday, February 9th, Houston showed up at rehearsals for the upcoming Davis Gala. She chatted with friends and gave advice to singers Brandy and Monica about their numbers for the upcoming show. To some observers, Houston looked bloated and seemed a bit disoriented as she flitted excitedly around the rehearsals in the hotel's ballroom. According to the Los Angeles Times, she appeared disheveled in mismatched clothes and hair that was dripping wet with either sweat or water. At one point, Houston's 18-year-old daughter, Bobby Christina, encouraged her mother to leave the room and not distract camera crews who were interviewing notables. Agreeing, Houston skipped out of the room. Observers on the scene described Whitney that day as being loose and lively. That evening, Whitney, along with her daughter Bobby Christina and others, attended the club True Hollywood for an event honoring R&B music. Houston appeared on stage with singer Kelly Price, and they sang the hymn, Yes, Jesus Loves Me. Later, Whitney was seen dancing at the club having fun. Price said later of Houston, "I saw nothing other than someone who was happy, moving forward, and having a good time." Thereafter, while the diva was chatting with Broadway singer Stacey Francis in the nightclub's VIP section, R&B star Ray J, who had been linked romantically with Whitney in recent years, tried to inject himself into the conversation between the two vocalists. This led to tense moments, and soon thereafter, Houston and her entourage left the club. On Friday, February 10th, according to news source TMZ, Houston partied heavily at the Beverly Hilton and was seen drinking and chatting loudly with pals at the hotel bar. On Saturday afternoon, a journalist for the Daily Beast was doing an interview at the hotel for VH1's Behind the Music program. An interview with Houston regarding her new movie Sparkle was scheduled next to be taped by VH1. Suddenly, Houston's personal assistant, Lynn Folkman, banged on the door to the interview room. The taping stopped, and she was let in. The dazed woman said, "Whitney's not coming. Whitney's not coming. She's dead." It was later learned that a member of Houston's staff had found her in the bathtub, and that the unresponsive superstar was pulled from the tub and the hotel security notified. In the pandemonium that ensued after the arrival of the paramedics and police, the area around Whitney's corner rooms in a wing on the hotel's 4th floor were cordoned off. Daughter Bobby Christina grew distraught when law enforcers, just starting their investigation, barred the teenager from entering her mother's room to view her body. In the coming hours, Houston's distraught daughter had to be taken to the hospital twice, the second time transported on a stretcher to deal with her hysteria.